Yes, this young lady right there.
Good evening, Madam Secretary. I would like to pose a question on an issue of international concern, and that is of maritime piracy. You know as well as the whole world that piratical acts of the coast of Somalia and in the other parts of the world really are a scourge for maritime security and commerce. So what do you think, as a representative of one of the great powers of the world, the international community can do in order to fight it, in order to eradicate it and to provide a safe sea? Thank you very much.
It's an excellent question, and it's one we have worked on very hard, because you're absolutely right. Piracy is a terrible obstacle to free and open shipping lines around the world, particularly off the coast of Somalia, but not only off the coast of Somalia. There is so much maritime traffic that even if the pirates only attack and take over 1 out of 1,000 ships, it still is a problem, and we have to deal with it. So I'll just make 3 quick points. We have enlisted many more countries to assist us in patrolling the Gulf of Aden and the waters off of Somalia. So we have more naval coverage. But you can't be everywhere, and therefore we have been working with the owners of ships and shipping lines to assist them to doing more to protect themselves. And there's a real dilemma, because a lot of the shippers do not want to put armed guards on the ships, because they think that's an invitation to violence and would actually escalate the problem. And so we are working to help them learn better how to defend themselves against the pirates. And we are looking for new ways to bring pirates to justice, because one of the real frustrations is that sometimes when these pirates are captured, they're let go because there's no country that will take them to try them. Kenya has done a lot in order to put up courts and try these pirates. Countries like our own have brought pirates who attack our ships to our countries, but we're looking for a more permanent solution on the prosecution judicial side. So it's a complex problem. It's been around forever. But the sad part is that these pirates are now making common cause with the terrorists, and they're not only using the ransoms that are too often paid to buy big boats or big houses, they're using it to finance terrorism, particularly in Somalia. So this is a matter that is not only about piracy and the interruption of maritime travel, but it's increasingly a problem of the networks between pirates and terrorists, and that's why we have to go at this with much greater urgency and try to find solutions to it. So if you have any ideas, let me know.
Це останнє питання. The last question.
This lady right here.
Good evening. My name is Zola Kondor, and I'm representing the International Roma Women Fund, Chirikli. So I do not have any particular questions, but I just would like to thank you for your speech dedicated to International Roma Day. And you know, it was a really big event for international Roma organizations and European Roma NGOs. We were very excited about that. But also we would like to ask your support and help in improving Roma situation in Europe and in Ukraine. Because as you know, we're still facing lots of discrimination, lots of problems in access to quality education, to medical services. And recently, in the beginning of this year, my organization provided the report to UN CEDAW committee about Romani women's situation in Ukraine. The recommendations were submitted to Ukrainian government, but we don't know how they will be implemented. But still, we have lots of problems also with trafficking. And I was asking by the European Roma Rights Center to provide information about trafficking among Roma, especially children and young girls, but it was sent to me too late, and it's a pity that I cannot provide it to you, but I would like to send it later if it's possible.
Of course, if you will take it to our embassy and give it to our ambassador's office for me. He will get it to me. I just want to say that I agree with you that one of the unfinished human rights issues in Europe is the treatment of Roma. The Roma people in many countries in Europe continue to be discriminated against, continue to be marginalized, continue to be denied a lot of the opportunities that they deserve. And this has been something I've worked on and talked about for more than 15 years. And I do hope governments will do more. I'm working with the government of Hungary and other countries, because it's not always just a question of changing laws, it's a question of changing attitudes. And in my own country, we've gone through waves where different groups of people were discriminated against and mistreated, and frankly, it was like they were not fully human beings, to just be very blunt about this. And we're in the 21st century. People should rise or fall on their own merits, which means everybody should get an education. If they work hard and they're smart enough, then they should be rewarded. But no group of people, whether it be Roma or the LGBT community or people with disabilities or any ethnic, racial minority, no group of people should be stereotyped and discriminated against. So I hope that your recommendations to improve the lives of Roma people will be followed here and elsewhere in Europe. Thank you. Yes. Oh, okay. Last question. If you yell at me, I will repeat it. Oh no, here comes the microphone.
My name is Andrei Maimulakhin, and I represent Ukrainian gay and lesbian organization, NGO, called Nash Svit. So my question is, what is the policy or position of United States government concerning gay and lesbian rights and equality on international level? So do you raise these questions in your discussions with politicians in other countries, and what did you discuss or what you could discuss with Ukrainian authorities in this field?
I have raised the rights of gays and lesbians in many different settings because I do think that there are many societies and many governments that discriminate most terribly against gays and lesbians, and I think it's important that we stand up for the human rights of all people. And therefore, we are making this a priority in our foreign policy. We're reaching out to our embassies. We have some very terrible examples of countries that put men and women to death for being gay or lesbian or imprison. And then we have countries that just permit all kinds of discrimination. And in our own country, this is another one of those long-term changes that is slowly but surely occurring, but we do raise it, and we will continue to raise it because we view it as a human rights issue. So thank you for asking that. Thank you all. Oh, another bouquet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Secretary. Your communication with us was extremely important because we are sure that only this generation will change our country. So the messages you sent, how to become free, how to become independent, how to become successful is extremely important for us. Thank you very much. And as a memory to your visit to our university, let me represent you this lithograph portraying the Dmitry Mendeleev just in this hall in 1903. He gets the exams from the KPI graduates. Thank you very much, and we would like to wish you big success in your very important mission.
Thank you,
for freedom, for justice, for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Best.
Thank you.
All the best.